In the heart of Boston, Flower Bakery is more than just a place for pastries. Founded by award-winning pastry chef Joanne Chang, it's a hub of community and comfort, a place where every croissant and cookie is baked with care, and every customer is greeted with a smile. But behind every sweet treat is a story of hard work, vision, and resilience. In the early 2020s, the world changed overnight. As the COVID-19 pandemic swept through Boston, Flower Bakery faced a crisis that threatened its very existence. John's passion for baking and her commitment to her team kept her going, but she wasn't alone. Through it all, John leaned on her husband, Christopher Myers, a restaurateur himself. Christopher brought both experience and unwavering encouragement. What was your number one priority? We asked her.
So I think what we can do is try to make your experience feel as safe as possible, because that is what I think is going to be on the forefront of everybody's mind when they leave their house. Every time we leave, mask, gloves, let's make sure this, that, we're nervous. And I think ensuring that guests can dine safely, it's not the traditional way that we've talked about hospitality, say thank you, smile, please, ask everybody how their day is. But I think that's how we can show great hospitality, is to pay super close attention to every single little thing that might make them fearful that they're being exposed to something that they've spent most of their time just being at home hiding from.
But let's start where it all began, the beginning of Flower Bakery. Flower Bakery, now a beloved Boston institution, began with a simple dream: to make the world a sweeter place, one pastry at a time.
What is the story behind the name Flower?
When I was thinking about opening my own bakery, I didn't have a name in mind. I just knew I wanted to create this awesome place with wonderful pastries, great service, and I kept just calling it my bakery. And I was in New York City working as a pastry cook for Francois Paillard, and I kept calling Christopher, who is now my husband, but at the time he was just a friend. And I was telling him, I want to come back to Boston and open my own place. And he kept saying, what are you going to call it? And I said, my bakery. He's like, you have to have a name. So he was the one who created the name. He came up with 3 names. Flower was one of them. All 3 names I thought were awful. I said, no, I can't call it any of those names. But Flower kind of stuck, and I kept practicing it, saying it in my head and saying it out loud. And I realized that it really represented what I wanted my bakery to be, which is, it is simple, it's straightforward, it is the building block of things that are awesome, and it's easy to say, people recognize it. So I landed on Flower.
Joanne Chang studied applied mathematics and economics at Harvard, originally planning a career in consulting. Baking was just a hobby. She often brought homemade cookies to her study groups in exchange to help with her problem sets. But after working in several bakeries and restaurants in Boston, and spending her time at New York's renowned Paillard, Pastin, and Bristow, she realized her true calling was in the kitchen.
I love baking. I love eating baked goods. I just love being around them. And opening a bakery became something that I couldn't not do. And so even though it was risky, I think I just couldn't not do it. And I just thought, even if I fail, I'm going to figure out another way to do it. And maybe I'll do it in a different format if it fails the first time. It was something just inside of me that wanted to be able to present great pastries and foods to people in Boston, but not just present the food, but also I wanted desperately to create a place for people to gather and call a community. And then I really wanted to create a place that people could work in and be respected and have an opportunity to grow and learn.
Returning to Boston, Joanne became the pastry chef and acclaimed restaurant minstrel. In the year 2000, she took a leap of faith and opened the first Flower Bakery in the South End. Her goal was clear: to create a neighborhood gathering place filled with warmth, hospitality, and irresistible treats. From the start, Flower Bakery was about more than just food. Joanne's vision was to foster a space where guests, staff, and the larger community felt welcome and cared for. The bakery quickly became known for its gooey, sticky buns, soft cookies, and vibrant, inviting atmosphere. The bakery's reputation soared after Joanne's sticky buns beat Bobby Flay's on Food Network's Stud Down with Bobby Flay, a turning point that brought national attention to Flour Bakery. Over the years, Joanne expanded to 9 locations across Boston and Cambridge, all while maintaining her commitment to quality, community, and the excitement and joy in baking. Today, Flour Bakery stands as a testament to Joanne Chang's dedication and vision. The bakery's mission remains unchanged: to share the best food and hospitality, support the local community, and create a happy, inclusive space for all who walk through its doors. But that came with some challenges. When the COVID-19 pandemic hit Boston, Flour Bakery, like so many small businesses, was thrust into survival mode. For Joanne Chang and her team, the crisis began with uncertainty and fear. In March of 2020, Flour Bakery shut down all operations to keep staff and customers safe. For many team members, this meant their only source of income vanished overnight. With operations halted, Flour Bakery's team faced the harsh reality of loss of income and job insecurity. Many employees, especially those not eligible for unemployment, found themselves in a precarious position. The leadership team worked tirelessly to support their staff, but the challenges seemed endless. As weeks turned into months, the bakery's owners searched for ways to adapt. They navigated complex government regulations, developed new safety protocols, and explored alternative business models. Takeout orders, online classes, and community fundraisers became lifelines, helping the team and the business stay afloat and the team be connected. Even as the city began to reopen, uncertainty lingered. Each new COVID case meant temporary closes, deep cleaning, and more loss of revenue. The winter months brought additional challenges, with fewer customers venturing outdoors and outdoor seating no longer being an option. The emotional strain was evident among the staff members and management alike. The weight of responsibility, coupled with ongoing anxiety about health and finances, created a heavy burden. Flour Bakery became not just a workplace, but a support system for those weathering the storm together. While no one said it, the thought lingered through Joanne and her whole team's head. How are we going to get through COVID-19? The answer came from the people who love Flour Bakery the most. The community, loyal customers, friends, and neighbors rallied behind John and Chris. A crowdfunding campaign sprang up, and the response was overwhelming. Despite the hardships, the bakery's connection to the community proved vital. Loyal customers rallied behind Flour Bakery, offering encouragement and support. Every order, donation, and kind word helped them sustain the team's spirits and keep the bakery's ovens warm. Through resilience, adaptability, and the unwavering support of the community, Flour Bakery endured the darkest days of the pandemic. Their journey stands as a testament to their strength of a small business and the people who refuse to give up, even in the face of overwhelming adversity. As Boston began to recover, so did Flour Bakery. John and Chris adapted, offering new online orders, baking classes, and new ways for the community to connect with Flour Bakery. Their resilience and their community's loyalty kept the ovens warm and the doors open. Flour Bakery's journey is a testament to the power of partnership between John and Tris and between small business and its community. Through love, determination, and the support of many, they weathered the storm and emerged stronger. In every loaf and every latte, Flour Bakery serves not just food, but hope, a reminder that together we can rise even through the toughest of times.